-8 and a 7-day forecast coming up. And Dr. Jerry Migler joins us, one of the grand poobahs at the Dakota College of Bottineau. Good morning to you, sir.
Well, good morning. It's good to be here.
It's good to be anywhere in this kind of cold, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
More cold on the way, but I know that the students and the staff are staying warm at DCB.
Yes, they are. We've been working. Our staff has been working overtime to make sure that the heating system is up and running and keeping all the buildings nice and warm.
Exactly right. Now, okay, so every couple of years, what we want to talk about this morning is financial impact and economic impact. Every 2 years, NDSU has a study done that goes around and takes a look at all the colleges and the kind of impact they have on the communities where they're based.
Yes, it's a little bit different look. A lot of times when you think about the colleges and universities, you think about the students and all of the things that they do. But another aspect of all of the colleges and universities is the economic impact that they have in their local communities. And as you said, about every 2 years, the university system contracts with NDSU in their research area, and they go through a process that they've been doing now for, I think, about 20 years. And so there's a lot of data that goes back that shows for the investments that are made, what are the multipliers that you get as a result of having a college or university in your community.
Yes, basically it's how is that college benefiting the area?
Yeah, it kind of contributes to the economic vitality as well. For a lot of things, it can range from the jobs that are created to the spending. Just some examples. We every time we're talking about the cold, we bring in a tanker load of fuel that's purchased locally for our backup fuel oil burner. When steam lines need to be repaired, typically that's done with local contractors. And even just lots of miscellaneous supplies that we might need as we're doing repairs in a building, going to one of the stores and picking up some things that we need.
It could be something as simple as a student has a flat tire.
Exactly.
So they want to get it repaired locally. There's a number of places to choose from. They can go there, and that adds to the economic vitality.
Yeah, and like I said, it's something that we don't often think about.
Right.
So I think it's helpful that we're able to see that every couple of years, just as a reminder that it's a significant added benefit that higher education can provide to a community.
What are some of the numbers that we've been seeing?
When NDSU does their study, they look at what are the expenditures for a particular fiscal year.
Okay.
And so when NDSU did our study, they looked back. This study ended in, I think it was June of 2017 was the last year that they had records to look at. So that's fairly recent. And they actually found that Dakota College at Bottineau, mostly here in the Bottineau area, but through our other sites at Minot and Valley City, was contributing a direct expenses of about $11.3 million. But the interesting thing is that they've developed a model, again, going back over 20 years, where they look at inputs and outputs, and it's a lot more complicated than I can explain, but I trust them. They've got a lot of history behind it. And so using their multiplier, they say that Dakota College at Bottineau contributes about $33 million in overall direct and indirect economic benefits to the communities it serves.
So about 3 times what?
Yeah. So it's pretty substantial.
That's a big number right there. You're talking 33 million. You're looking at like the expenditures of 11.2 or 11.3, like you said. Yeah, that's like a multiplier of like 3.
Exactly.
So yeah, for every dollar, it's multiplied by like $3.
Yeah. And so it looks at the things. So we have Dakota College here on campus. We have about 70 full-time employees. We have a total of about 140 when we add our part-time instructors across all of our areas that we serve. And so when you look at payroll, so they get salary, they get benefits, but then they go out and start spending, because they need to, like we all do, buy food, we need housing, gas, automobiles, and on and on and on.
It all adds up, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. So, and this is something that they've been doing over the past 20 years, like you said. So there's some history there behind it. So, like you said, you'll trust them because they're doing the job, and they're doing a really good job of doing it too. So
yeah, they know what they're doing.
Right.
And I think the other piece I would add to that, when we look at our budgets, you say, well, 11, well, that's that. Where does all that money come from? Interestingly, only about 40% of our total budget comes from state appropriations. The rest of the dollars, that $11 million, we're generating through things. We do a lot of things to generate grants. We bring in grant funds. Our money that's generated for our housing, meal contracts is outside of that. The tuition dollars obviously play a big role in all of that.
Right.
Our bookstore, and we just have lots of areas. When you add it all up, it's a pretty significant enterprise.
It's a wonderful way to acknowledge that the city and the surrounding area is scratching the college's back, and the college scratches everybody. I mean, it's a well-oiled machine. It really is.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits both ways. I think everybody's a winner.
Right, definitely. Because we're bringing in a large number of student body and from all over the world, and they're getting to see how beautiful. Now I get it. Let's say you've got somebody from down south, and they're going, I've never seen this kind of snow before. But you know what? At least they're seeing this kind of snow. They're getting
part of their experience.
It's a beautiful area up here. So
it certainly is,
and it's a wonderful education too. So yeah.
Yeah, so we thought it would be good news to share, because that's a story oftentimes that isn't told, and we're proud to be a partner with the community of Bottineau and the surrounding area, and do our part to contribute to the economic vitality.
Happy to have you here.
Good to be here
in the area and here in the studio too. So, Dr. Jerry Migler, anything else you want to add, sir?
Nope. Stay warm.
All right, every time. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, 8:33 here at Sunny 101.9 into our